Hey everybody, this is Video Bob, and I'm here with some bus and RV and camper tips for those of you who travel and boondock at Walmart. I'm here at a Walmart in the middle of Arkansas somewhere, and I wanted to point out to you how I park. Here's my rig. You've seen the Video Bob tour bus. I wanted to point out a couple of quick, simple tips on the best way to boondock at a Walmart. Now, most all Walmarts, at least all Walmart supercenters that I know of, will allow you to park your RV, even if it says no overnight parking. They generally will. Now, they say sometimes you're supposed to ask the manager, whatever. I never do. Now, in certain cities, busy cities, LA, Chicago, New York, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, places like that, you're gonna have a hard time getting in. A lot of those places, they don't allow the overnight parking. A lot of places have city ordinances that don't allow you to sleep in your vehicle overnight. I know that sounds crazy, but there are places like this. So this isn't technically a campground, okay? So when you come to a place like this, you don't want to put down your jacks, you don't want to put out your awnings, you don't want to camp, okay? You're going to be running on your generator, and you want to be courteous. I'm tired. I've been driving for 10 hours. Be courteous to your other campers. There's no other campers around here. This is a great Walmart because, like, look, there's nobody here. It's at night. There's nobody here. Now, I want to point out a couple of things to you. Let me turn the camera around. Check this out. They put up this little bar here to discourage big trucks from coming in. Now, you can't see on there because it just barely says, it says 13-foot clearance. Now, it's really important you know the height of your rig. Mine is 12.5 feet, okay? Notice how I'm leveled too, by the way. You'll notice that Walmart parking lots are always sloped. They're never level. And they generally slope away from the store. This one's strange that it slopes towards the store. But the cool thing about having a real RV is I have an airbag leveling suspension on this Prevo, so I can just drop the front and leave the back up, and I'm perfectly level. I am perfectly level, okay? But if you don't have the ability to level, self-level, what you would have done is you would have gone over into those other areas where it's a little flatter, usually park under a lamp. But notice something that I did here. All right, first of all, notice how I'm parked right in front of, I'm halfway in this front space. And I did that on purpose so that nobody could park in front of me. But I wanted to leave a little bit of wiggle room for trucks and trailers that are gonna be turning around here. I don't want them clipping my front end. Notice I have an exact exit. No matter how busy the store is tomorrow morning, I'll pull straight out through there and right back out to the highway, okay? Now I'm recording this, it's the first of the month, it's like the third of the month. You know what that means, right? People get their Social Security and their food stamp checks, their government checks, their paychecks, their annuities. They get them on the first or the third of the month, which means in the morning, this parking lot is going to be absolutely full of people. And I'm going to have people parked behind me, next to me, beside me, everywhere. But I'll be able to just pull straight out without any problem whatsoever because I park all the way to the end here. Now, a lot of times these Walmarts will put little islands everywhere, these little concrete islands. Now, sometimes those will help you out. Now, when you got a trailer, they really mess you up. But in this situation, this, for me, is the perfect parking. Now, I'm in a Prevo, okay? Prevos are the Rolls Royces of RVs. I have double pane windows. When I'm inside my bedroom, I can't hear anything. No light gets in, no sound gets in. I'll be fine. But if you're in a rinky-dink little trailer or something like that, you probably don't want to park in the main lane of travel here because it's going to be noisy. There's going to be cars and trucks and stuff driving in and out of here all day long. So you would have probably wanted to park. Let me turn the camera around. If you're in a trailer, you would want to park along the edges, along the outskirts over there. See, some of those areas over there, right? A lot less traffic over there than where I am. So, hey, look, I'm loaded. This is where I'm gonna hang out. Who, me? I'm fine. Another great thing about camping at a Walmart is not only are they cool with it, but look, you got everything you need, right? Food, water, supplies, tires, batteries. Need a garden hose, need some camper toilet paper. They've got it. They got every possible thing you could want. Want a movie? You can buy one, you can rent one, right? If you're in a real rig like this, I mean, I've got a convection oven, I've got a stove, I've got a microwave, I got a full-size refrigerator. I'm about to go in there and cook myself a steak and a full dinner. And I got everything I could want. Now here's some tricks that I probably shouldn't tell you. If you don't have your own Wi-Fi like I do, sometimes you can get away with parking behind the building. If you park near where the office is, that's where the main router is, and you can get some of that free Walmart Wi-Fi. Also, you'll usually find a store that, like for instance, let me turn this up. There's an AT&T store right there, you know what I mean? So like, there's a good chance that they might have some free Wi-Fi there. You never know. Sometimes there's a hotel, like literally right next door, and you can get some free Wi-Fi that way. Because, you know, you don't always want to just go to sleep. Sometimes you want to, you know, watch a little TV or whatever. Now, what I do is I have an iPad with a Verizon Unlimited plan. I throw the thing up on the table. I hook it up to my Apple TV. I watch Netflix. It's great. So when you're traveling, you know, you may not be out on the road because you're, you know, sightseeing. Maybe you're doing, you know, you just got to get from point A to point B, and you're doing it in your RV. Walmart is probably the best place you can stay. It's well lit. There's cameras everywhere. They usually are patrolled by security, so you don't have to really worry about anybody messing with you. Now, if you're in a really, really sketchy area, Chicago, somewhere, place like that, you might not want to do it. You may not want to stay there if it looks sketchy. If there's a lot of sketchy people riding bicycles, walking around, panhandling. The only time anybody ever messed with me, I was in El Paso, right on the border of Mexico, on I-10, at a Walmart, and I heard somebody jingle the door latch, and I answered the door with a 357 in my hand, and he continued to somewhere else. That's the great thing about traveling in your RV. There's no airport security. You can carry all the pistols and knives and dynamite you want in your RV. Nobody's going to stop you and check you out. And if they do, they know better. Make sure all your bins are locked, okay? If you have a trailer, make sure that's hitched on well. It may not be there in the morning. Make sure everything's locked up really good. And before you leave, check everything before you go. Another trick I do sometimes, if I'm in a situation where I have a space in front of me that I can't fill, I'll take a shopping cart and throw it down, lay it down in front of me. That's a trick I've done before. So these are just some of my tips and tricks of camping out at the Walmart. I love staying at the Walmart, I really do, because they got everything you could possibly want in there. It's a safe place to park. They always put them next to a gas station, restaurants, and they're right off of the freeway. Now, how do you find the Walmart? Now, I have a Rand McNally Good Sam GPS. Built into it, it has a Walmart button. You select along my route, points of interest, Walmart, bang. Always choose a Walmart Supercenter, never a Walmart neighborhood or one of the other ones. The best ones, if you find a Walmart that's next door to a Sam's, now you know you're cooking, because that's a big main Walmart with a big parking lot. Costco's are good, Cabela's are good, you know, a lot of different camping places are good. Sometimes you can get away with staying at a mall or casino, but usually, you know, the dickhead security guard will come by and wake you up at 3 in the morning and tell you to leave. Another great thing about Walmart is, like, they're not gonna mess with you unless you like move in for like a week. And if you know how to park just right, like remember I mentioned one of those islands? If you park right in front of one of those little islands and give yourself just enough wiggle room to get out, it would be impossible for you to be towed. Just think about that. And hey, if you're in a situation where, like for instance, here's a cool thing about a bus, right? I could drop this thing all the way to the ground. It would be pretty hard to get like a boot on there. maybe not on the back. And there's times like I've been in LA where people just live in their RVs on the side of the road. And how do they get away with it? They don't have license plates, or the license plates are expired. If you're ever in a situation like that, just take your license plate off. Hey, listen, I'm not here to help the cops. I'm here to help me. Check this out. Special parking permit. Seriously. I can't tell you how many times that has helped me. I just printed that on my computer and put it in the window. And I put it in front of the VIN plate. Listen, when you got to survive out here in one of these rigs, man, you have to find a safe place to park. You have to be able to stop. You're just going to stop and sleep for a couple hours. And hey, I'm a customer. I just spent $100 in there. I never stop at a Walmart and not spend at least $100. These people make money off of me. But beside the point, you can't always get into a campground. If you're a guy like me, I like to drive till the wee hours. Or I'd like to drive till I'm ready to stop. When I'm ready to stop, then I stop. So these are just a few tips and tricks from me, Video Bob, on how to travel in your RV, camper, trailer, bus, whatever you have. And Walmart, it's the trick. Thanks for watching my video. Make sure to subscribe. I do a lot of different videos about a lot of different things. And if you're into RV stuff, I'm also one of the admins of the Prevost Owners Group on Facebook. So check us out. Prevost is how you spell it. Prevost Owners Group, Facebook. Come check us out. And if you're a Prevost owner, love to have you join our team. Thanks for watching. I'm Video Bob.